I'm Doug Young, a contributing editor to Acoustic Guitar, and today I'm here with a Lowden Pierre Bensusan signature model guitar. Many guitarists have been closely associated with a particular guitar, but few of these relationships have lasted as long as the pairing between the French fingerstyle guitar virtuoso Pierre Bensusan and Northern Irish luthier George Lowden. Although there have been a few brief diversions, Bensusan's primary instrument for nearly 30 years was a jumbo-sized Lowden built in 1978 and later modified with a cutaway. After recently restructuring his company, George Lowden began making plans to build a new guitar for Bensusan, which ultimately led to this signature model. The guitar was introduced in 2010, and it has a list price of $8,425. Rather than copying Bensusan's old instrument, Lowden set out to design a guitar that reflects his own growth as a luthier, as well as Bensusan's evolution as a player. The guitar is based on Lowden's mid-sized F model body, and it's built with an Adirondack spruce top, Honduras rosewood back and sides. Like all Lowdens, the guitar has a neck that's laminated from 5 pieces of wood, which makes it extremely stiff. The guitar's fingerboard is made out of ebony, and it's completely free of inlay, with the only position markers located on the side of the fingerboard. The instrument has a Madagascar rosewood bridge and features Lowden's typical 2-piece saddle. One of the main differences between the Bensusan model and other Lowden F models is that this guitar has a unique neck and string spacing geometry. Although the neck width at the nut is only a tiny bit wider than a standard 1 3/4 inch found on many guitars, the strings flare out to a wide 2 23/64 inches at the saddle. And furthermore, the guitar's neck taper is designed so that the fingerboard is slightly wider than standard as it moves up the neck, giving the player more room for fretting strings without slipping off the edge of a fret. As you can see, the guitar is very elegant in its design, with the only real decorative elements being a simple abalone rosette and the wood binding used throughout. Lowden is one of the first production companies to offer an armrest bevel on their guitars, and this feature is included on the Bensusan model. Okay, so let's listen to how this guitar sounds. Pierre Bensusan is known for playing in dadgad tuning virtually exclusively, so I'll start out by demonstrating the guitar in that tuning and playing fingerstyle. Tonally, this guitar produces a shimmering, ringing sustain that's just terrific for alternate tunings, cross-string runs, and that kind of thing. For example, let's just listen to a cross-string D major scale. I also find that this guitar is very expressive, very responsive, and you can play with a heavy touch or with a light touch. Let's check out something I'll play as lightly as I can, really. Very light touch on this. Still lots of sound. At the same time, I can really dig in and get a much beefier, punchier, completely different sound. But of course, the guitar is not limited to playing Bensusan style in alternate tunings. Its rich tone and great dynamic range make it fun to play in many styles, many tunings. So let's check out the guitar in standard tuning. Regardless of the tuning, you can find a variety of sounds in this guitar. The bass is big and powerful, and yet there's a lot of clarity to it. But there's also a vibrant, ringing high end. And the guitar has a warm mid-range, which combined with excellent string separation and clarity, creates a really nice jazz sound. So that's the Lowden Pierre Bensusan signature model. The guitar is beautiful, it feels great in your hands, it sounds terrific, and it's fun to play. You can read my full review at acousticguitar.com or in the January 2011 issue of Acoustic Guitar magazine. For Acoustic Guitar, I'm Doug Young.